I'm the chairwoman of the Town of Brookhaven Disability Task Force. I'm joined by Cliff Heimowitz. He is the liaison for the task force. Cliff is also an advocate for the disability community. Thank you for being here today. According to the dictionary, an entrepreneur is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses, taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Additionally, it has been said that the entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, a source of new ideas, goods, services, and business or procedures. At the Town of Brookhaven, the Disability Task Force, we believe that people of all abilities should have this amazing opportunity. As a parent of an autistic child, I also want to create the path for my child to be able to experience this. This month of October, we're celebrating National Disability Employment Awareness Month. The theme for 2021 is America's Recovery, Powered by Inclusion, which reflects the importance of ensuring that people of all abilities have full access to employment and community involvement. It is because of this that we're extremely delighted to team up with Suffolk County Community College and Dr. Daphne Gordon, Project Administrator of the Suffolk County Community College Entrepreneurial Assistance Center, to give you the tools you need to become a successful business owner and entrepreneur. So welcome to our virtual event. And without further ado or delays, I would like to introduce Dr. Daphne Gordon. Take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our workshop. I want to tell you a little bit about the Entrepreneurial Assistance Center before we actually start our training program. The Entrepreneurial Assistance Center is a grant-funded program. We're funded by Empire State Development Corporation with the goal of assisting individuals. We target women, minorities, differently abled, and dislocated individuals and help them grow their business. So how do we do that? We offer workshops, we have training programs, we have webinars that cover the basic business model, basically. So the basic business model: marketing, management, taxes, finances, and the law. Regardless of what kind of business, regardless who starts the business, you have to understand those different areas and how to package your resources that you have available to you to start a business. So that's what we do. In addition to the training, we have technical assistance. And another term for technical assistance is one-on-one counseling. We have a host of counselors who's in bilingual counselors who help individuals meet one-on-one to work out their business idea. The mainstay of our program is a 60-hour training program. And the 60-hour training program covers the basic business model. And over a 10-week period, you are working on your business plan. And the ideal situation is that you complete your business plan in 10 weeks. The reality of it is, as you're going through the training program and you're with so many people, you're developing your business idea as well as they developing there. You're helping other people develop theirs. So as you learn more information, your idea changes and modifies. So we will be there to assist you to do the 5-10 years of you developing your business, because it does take that another time for some people. So that's the gist of what we are and what we do. We're located on the Grant campus, but we're currently doing our training virtually. Due to the pandemic. So hopefully, at some point that will change. Jennifer Kenny works with us in the training program, and she is going to make available on the clipboard a list of webinars that we're going to be conducting over the next couple of weeks. And you're more than welcome to attend. There's no charge for them. So feel free to log in and register. So I think I took up enough time. I'm going to introduce you to Verlene McClaney. She's one of our business counselors. She provides the one-on-one training, and she's also a business professor here at the college, as well as an entrepreneur. One of the things that we like to do, we value people who teach from their experience, and she can teach from her experience being a business owner and a financial counselor. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Verlene McClaney and leaving you in very good hands.
Hey, hello, good afternoon, everyone. excuse me, happy, I guess, Disability Awareness Month, everyone. Thank you for having me on as one of the participants and panelists today in our presentation. Just wanted to get my slides up. Just please let me know if you're able to see the slides.
Yes.
Okay, all right, perfect. So today I just wanted to briefly discuss, what it's like to be an entrepreneur for everyone with any abilities, right? I like to say very unique abilities. And entrepreneurship is for everyone, and that's really the focus for this conversation today. If you have any questions, we'll definitely entertain them as we go, or even at the end, that's fine. So today's agenda, first to discuss the motives of becoming an entrepreneur. Then we'll talk about some tips in starting your small business, some business opportunities that exist out there, some available resources, and of course, now we have the task force as another resource. Some stories, some local stories, and also some stories from famous people who are entrepreneurs that have very unique abilities as well. And we'll talk briefly in wrapping up the roadmap to success in your business and how to partner with us here at EAC to make your dreams become a reality. Okay, so first we want to discuss the motives. Definitely the motive of becoming, one of the main motives that someone would become an entrepreneur is economic motives. Just really trying to give yourself the ability and the opportunity to either build wealth, to increase your income. Someone with very unique abilities may have a lower income and looking to enhance, as well as flexible and self-determination. So flexibility is one thing, being self-employed as well as owning your own business. It offers you the opportunity to actually make your own hours and your own income. So this is very attractive to someone who's have very unique disabilities or abilities, excuse me, and for anyone, just to have that flexibility. The third thing is avoiding any discrimination. So obviously at a job or your place of employment, you may feel discriminated against. You may feel different because of the abilities that you have and how unique you are. So owning your own business and becoming an entrepreneur could be just, the right fit for you. It could be a great strategy, again, to help you enhance your income, to become more flexible, and of course, to avoid any discrimination. As it comes to personal development, this is your opportunity to flourish. For individuals who want to open their own business, after they find their niche, who's their target market, they can really flourish. Their talents could just, really explore from A to Z. There's no limit to it.
I want to do it.
And then lastly, making a contribution. So with that, you can contribute to society, your gifts that you may have, and being very unique. All right, some tips to starting your business with a very unique ability. First thing, you might want to start off with maybe considering a home-based business. And that's a great place to start for someone that has very unique abilities. Some challenges you might have, just like all of us, is really transportation, right? Getting from place A to B, getting to work or getting to your business. So having a home-based business may be a strategy that you use to overcome that challenge. You also may have the lack of support and accommodations at a place of business, which might be more attractive for you to have a home-based business and build your own empire. Of course, having an online marketing business is something that's very, very popular right now. During the pandemic, we have so many business owners that have opened up just basically being home, right? Being able to connect like we are, whether it's Zoom or any other platform like that. Even within my own personal business as a financial professional, I'm able to see maybe 5 times the amount of people that I used to see. Instead of driving around in traffic, waiting to see someone, we just basically Zoom up and we're just, in someone's living room right now. As far as marketing, again, you can use Etsy, you can use Amazon actually to deliver your products and services. You can advertise on Facebook, excuse me, Instagram, Pinterest, as well. And then you can look for some special financing, right? There's a lot of resources that are out there, whether it's a grant or a special loan that someone with very unique abilities might qualify for. The SBA is one resource that you can actually tap into. However, a lot of times the SBA, really they're looking for loans, giving loans that are for companies that are already established, maybe not a startup. So you might look for some small business grants and or loans that might be able to assist you. And then again, there's so many different other resources online. We can go from A to Z there, but we can use SBA as a resource. Disability.gov is another resource. The Office of Disability and Employment Policies is another resource. And of course, us here at Suffolk County Community College at the Entrepreneur Assistance Program. Okay, as far as the opportunities as well, don't limit yourself, right? So if you have these very unique abilities, you can have any kind of business you want, right? Sky is the limit. You could just, reach for the stars, really. And also use your very unique abilities as an advantage, right? You might find there's something that you need help with because of your abilities or disabilities, and you may create a product or service to help others. So it could help yourself and help others. And then learning from other business owners. One thing about the center, when you come at the Entrepreneur Center, whether it's online or offline, you do get a chance to meet several other business owners. And it gives you the opportunity to network, build relationships, and be able to grow with those business owners. Again, partner with others. You might start your small business from home, a home-based business, and you might need to, hire a freelancer to help you with some part of the service or the products that you're selling. Leverage technology, which I think is what we're all doing right now. We're in an opportunity where we could have several people on the call, over 40, 50 people on a call, and we're able to leverage technology to get our point across and to display the information. So someone with very unique abilities could use any type of technology. They have from speaking technology, reading technology, and again, being able to get on a Zoom call or webinar and present to your potential clients. Training. So you want to get some training, right? It's not like you know it all, but you can get the resources that you need. We're in a grant program, so it's very little you have to pay. Our 60-hour course right now is $300. If you are a veteran or you have some other type of abilities, disabilities, they also too may be other ways that fee could be waived. As far as training and getting training, again, you want to reach out to other people for support, right? You don't have to do this by yourself. You should have the support that you need, and you can use us as a resource here at Suffolk County Community College. Again, as is resources are the topic, we can look at the Disability Chambers of Commerce as another resource. A great magazine, the Diverse Ability magazine, talks a lot about some success stories, resources that are available for someone with different abilities as well. The U.S. Department of Labor, they pretty much help and promote the strategy of having a home-based business for someone who have different abilities. The Job Accommodation Network as well, for self-employed individuals like myself. Again, you may not have a brick and mortar, but you could be working from home. You can have your home-based business and still build wealth and build an empire for yourself. The vocational rehabilitation, that's another resource you can use. Also to customize employment, where you're kind of evaluating not necessarily a job title, but some of your skills, some of your strengths that you have, and then trying to create an opportunity like a business and a business plan. And something that's very, very unique that I found in just doing some research for today is SSI. With SSI, there's a program called the PASS program that allows someone that's on disability on receiving Social Security, and they actually give you money to help fund a small business, some startup monies that's available from the checks or the payments that you might be receiving. As far as some local success stories, I just want to see if I can share John and Mark Cronin. They were named actually the son, John, was named the Entrepreneur of the Year. And I just want to see if I can share this clip very quickly with everyone. And this is something that we can all relate to because this person is, right here in Melville, right here in Suffolk County, and they're local. So he was the first person with Down syndrome that received this award as Entrepreneur of the Year. And this was in 2019 before COVID. Him and his dad went into business and they actually sell socks. So he has, this thing that he loves different kind of socks, crazy socks, fun socks, and he won this award. Within the first year, I just want to go down to the information here. He earned 1.7 million in revenues in the first full year of business. and that showed over a 300% growth to a 5.5 million in revenues in his second year. So it's definitely a success story, and it's here locally, right in our own backyard. Let me just see if I can pull up another. Okay, so we have some other business owners, some other stories, and some other resources here. Not as local, but within the program here. We have Joe, who actually has gourmet gourmet popcorn. You see where I'm thinking about coffee, right? So he's a 15-year-old, he has a business, right? He started his business as young as 15, and he had sales of over $50,000. That's where his business had grown as a 15-year-old, so not pretty bad. We also have another resource here. Let me just get to her. Sorry about that. A little bit further up. And this is a young lady who has a coaching business, and she used basically her struggles to make her strong and being inspired. She's a speaker, and she also too is a writer, and she also too was someone who was suffering with a lot of different abilities and was very successful. And then we had another young lady here, Marjorie Turner, who's also a freelance writer and author as well. She used basically her situation of being isolated with a sudden disability in starting her book and starting her business. So these are just some samples of people locally, and also to just, regular people like myself and you. Then I have some resources here from, I would say, very famous or popular people. These are 4 successful entrepreneurs that had different abilities and, made it pretty big. So we have Richard Branson, and we also have David, the JetBlue owner, one of the JetBlue owners. And the last person that we have, I was just going to show here, Damon John from Fubu. He's one of the Shark Tank professionals, also had a learning disability as well. So, for anyone that's out there, we just want to also to encourage you that it's for anybody. Entrepreneurship is for anyone that's pretty much looking at, trying to be independent and make it on their own. Okay, so creating your roadmap to success, which is basically your business plan. What we do over at Suffolk is pretty much sit down with clients, if it's one-on-one or in the group setting, and really try to develop your business plan. Most people have a gift, whatever that may be. Let's say you are do hair, whatever it is that you do, you sell widgets, whatever it is that you do, and you do very, very well. But you might not know how to put your dream or your vision on paper. One of the things that you're going to need if you need financing is to have a successful business plan put together, totally completed. We work with our clients one-on-one to do so. Some of the parts of the business plan that we would help you with entail, just trying to figure out what your business description is. What are you in business to do? Most times people don't realize you're actually in business to solve a problem for someone. So, how are you helping someone? What problems are you solving with your business as far as the products that you sell or the services that you're providing? We look at your market, who is your target market, who is your niche. We then also to look at the products and services that you provide. We talk to you more about your sales and your marketing strategy. We look at a SWOT analysis with you and try to work through what's your strengths, what's your weaknesses, what opportunities exist out there, and then what challenges you might have as well. We discuss your operation and your management plan. And then if you're looking for funding, we should also to add that and include that in your business plan. The financial projections are usually the most challenging area, I would say, for most people to design. Whatever you do put together yourself, we are talking about your balance sheet, we're talking about your cash flow and your profit and loss statements. You would also work with an accountant or financial professional to get those numbers pretty much the way you need them and do projections for the first 3 years in business. You also want to include a break-even point so that we can see what is the minimum amount of sales that you need to actually, deliver on and receive in order to pay the bills or the cost that is associated with being in your business. You also may have different optional pieces such as your bio. It may also to be your resume. It could be some sales or marketing pieces that you have. It could be your website, different things like that you can actually share within your business plan or, again, your social media platform. As far as making your dreams become a reality, I like to say that working with the center now, I would say over, I guess, 7 years for myself, working at the college as a business professor, I would say about 12 years. But we have seen so many different clients and so many different success stories that it's just a place where you want to be, right? If you want to open up your business and you want to have someone to partner with you. As Daphne explained, we do provide instructions. We do have the 60-hour course. We are looking to tailor a course that might be a little bit more scaled down for people that have very unique abilities as well. And when I say scaled down, I just mean the time frame that we will be using. Instead of 60-hour course, it might be maybe look like 30 or 40-hour course, depending upon the needs that we have. The technical assistance that we provide, that's the one-on-one. I am one of the professional counselors that meet with our clients one-on-one to go over their dreams, their aspirations. We look at what they already have written down. And sometimes you're starting at ground zero. If they're in the 60-hour course, they would pretty much be having each session or each part of the business plan being taught to them during class, and then they meet one-on-one with a technical assistant professor. Support services as well. And then I would like to say a mentorship. What I've been finding that a lot of small business owners need some sort of mentorship, right? Someone to help them, someone to encourage them along the way. And that's a role that we play here also too at Suffolk. And then lastly, I just want to say, doors are open. There's so many different resources that are available that you yourself could be the next big success story out there, whether you're in Suffolk or in Nassau or wherever you are. And we're here for you. So I like to basically perhaps open up the floor for some questions and some conversation as well. And any questions we have, I see there is some conversation in the chat. I'm not sure if we're able to look at the questions that might exist there. And thank you for your time, everyone.
Hello, thank you so much. We will have this on the Town of Brookhaven website. There should be a link that will go up so everybody can view this again. I am not certain if we have any questions, but I do believe Cliff wanted to add some comments, thoughts.
Yeah. So if you want to raise your hand, if you have a question, you want to make a comment, that might be a good idea. I failed to thank people for making this happen. I appreciate the town, the supervisor for giving us the opportunity to have the Brookhaven Disability Task Force. We really appreciate the opportunity to serve and to get people like Suffolk Community College to be partners with us and make things happen here in Brookhaven. We hope this is going to be a good resource for you. And we really want to thank Public Information here at Town of Brookhaven. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do our events. And thank the Suffolk Community College Entrepreneurial Center for the great job you've done. We appreciate it. Looking at the opportunities for people with disabilities, we hopefully will get a copy of these slides we'll be able to share with people. And if you have any questions, just raise your hand and we'll take the questions as they come. Thank you very much.
Yep, I saw a couple of questions that came up briefly on the chat. I am not certain if we serve all the populations through Suffolk Community College. So Dr. Daphne, can you just confirm for me in what extent you can help people within the community? Do you also help people out of state in Nassau and other townships? And we will have to unmute.
You're on mute. Sorry.
Daphne.
Okay. Well, we'll help anyone within New York State start a business. We'll help anybody out of state who wants to do business in New York State. But this is an economic development program, right? So our purpose is to generate business in New York State for the purposes of benefiting the economies of New York State. So that's the basis for which we receive funding. So that's in a nutshell.
Yep. And okay, that's great. That's awesome to keep everything in New York. Somebody asked specifically about NASA. We are the Disability Task Force in Brookhaven. We just hope to give information so people can mimic this and follow through in other townships and locations. Um, we will have, again, the transcript on our website as well. And the recording will be available via email. You can always also email us. Just go to our website, Disability Task Force, Town of Brookhaven. There's a bunch of stuff there. And there is something, okay, thank you for somebody sharing that they would like to join this and possibly get more information. I'm going to read. There is, what is the percentage of people who come to Suffolk Community College for training are on SSI or SSD? That's a question from Sal. So the percentage of the people who come to Suffolk Community College for training that are on SSI or SSD. I'm not certain if you ladies can answer that for us.
Well, to be brutally honest with you, we do not, we look at people as if they, when they want to start businesses. We don't segment them to say, well, you know, you're different ability, so you know, look at you differently. We treat everyone the same. So everyone gets the same level of services. Now, the only time we really know for sure that somebody's disabled if they need a special assistance. You know, if we need to make some type of accommodations for them. But other than that, you know, we don't, now on the application, we do ask if, you know, are you considered differently abled? Because we have to copy that metric for the state. But but we don't really zone in on that, you know, only if you need certain accommodation for the class, do we know that, you know, that we address the fact that you're differently abled. And so I don't have right off the top of my head, I don't have a number for that, you know, to talk about how many people who we serve who are differently able, but we have. And we definitely have, but I just don't have the number for that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gordon. Somebody else brought up a question about health benefits and that, you know, how much money you can make without losing your benefits. Do you know if the same applies that if you're working, like you have independent work-related expenses? Can you do that as a business owner?
So I was reading on the Verlene, do you want to? I was reading in one of the slides that Verlene had, because I reviewed her package before, that with that SSI Pass program, you know, they don't penalize you for making too much money. Verlene, do you want to talk to more to that?
Yes, I would. Thank you. So what I have found just when, you know, putting together some of the research for the slide for the presentation is that you could look and speak to someone at Social Security Disability about that program. It's the PASS program, PASS, and they pretty much would give you money to help start your business if you're really looking for the entrepreneurship. As far as I know, you need the medical insurance, you don't want to lose any benefits, you don't want to make too much money, but they actually give you the opportunity. And the other side of that is, if you just look at the other gentleman, John, you could be making millions of dollars. Therefore, that benefit is very little to you anymore. And that's what we're really hoping, that you can come off of the government assistance and have your own assistance and pay for your own medical insurance. So that number would not really be, it wouldn't matter to you at some point with the success of your business.
Right.
So
but
that's
also
what we want to encourage.
But also in the PASS program, the money you generate from that business that they help you start doesn't penalize you.
Right.
You don't lose any money with Social Security if your business becomes successful, if you're part of that PASS program. I hope we answered your question.
Gordon, can somebody put the link to the PASS program in the chat?
Okay, yes.
That'd be really helpful.
Okay. That actually, so.
Thank you. Great. So now we're just getting some resources back up. Again, I believe everybody should be able to see the contact information for the Entrepreneurial Assistance Center. Their number is 631-851-6214 or eapcenter@suny-suffolk.edu. It's in the chat. Please feel free to use your resources to come up with questions, maybe solutions or things that we can improve or work on to just accommodate everyone. And I believe it is almost 4. Nancy has asked if there's a link to the entrepreneurship assistance class. I believe in the slides we have that. We can also post on our Town of Brookhaven Disability Task Force website. It'll take you directly to that link with all the information. And I believe that might be it. It's almost 4 p.m. I believe we have as many valuable resources as we can come up with. And you can follow up with us if you have any questions, and just continue to support people of all abilities. And Cliff?
Yeah, I just want to add that my email address is chymowitz@brookhavenny.gov. We'd love to hear from you if you have any future ideas for next year's National Disability Awareness Month, or if you have any other things you suggest you want us to do. We're all about serving the needs of the community, and so we want to hear from you. And thank you very much for participating, and have a great day, and everybody stay safe. And thank you again to the Suffolk County Community College Entrepreneurial Center. Again,
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you, Cliff and Marlene.
Thank you.